Welcome, fire signs, to your February reading. I'm Felicity if you're new here. I used to do these elemental readings back in the early days when I started my Instagram page, and they were super popular. And I haven't done them for a long time, but I just have been feeling super guided to kind of bring them back because they're fun to do. So if you enjoy this, please let me know in the comments. If you're watching, if you've come over watching from my Instagram and you don't have YouTube, so you can't comment, feel free to send me a DM. But yeah, let's get stuck into this fire sign. So it's for your sun, moon, rising. This is for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. What else? Take what resonates, leave what does not. It is a general collective, but let's get started. So the first thing that I'm hearing for you guys is there is a restoring, like restoring back to health. So maybe you've been feeling under the weather, you've been unwell, or maybe you have just been through some heartbreak or something like that. But it's like you're restoring back to like good health, okay? Or you're in the process of doing this at the moment. There's a real healing energy coming through. So it can be emotional healing, but it can be physical healing too. So making sure you're taking really good care of yourself. But I'm really starting to see that that is starting to shift. There's movement here. So if you have been feeling really under the weather, it's like you're going to see yourself getting a lot better during February, or if you've been like again that emotional healing too. If you have been through something though that was quite jarring, that was quite difficult, and you're out of that, like the depth of it now, but you still haven't yet processed your feelings around it or your emotions around it, it's really important that you do that, okay? So you can begin that in this month here that we are in February. The other thing coming through as well is being like really here in the now, being very present. I know you guys, we hear this, right? Like the past is gone, the future's not here yet, all we have now is the present. So it's something that we hear a lot, but it's just so true. I think we hear it a lot because it is true. And if we think way too far ahead in the future, we can become disconnected from our current present reality, but also we can kind of think about some things in the future that we don't have control over, that could, and we could start to project our fears onto it, right? And then next thing you know, we're feeling it in our body, in our somatic body, as if we are experiencing said outcome that hasn't even happened in this present moment, causing, fear and anxiety or overwhelm or just anxiousness. And then also with the past, it's like, yes, it can be really great to go back to the past and learn the wisdom from our experiences or take some beautiful memories with us, but we can't live there, right? And so if we go there for a little bit, we can't stay there. We have to come back to the present moment. So making sure you're very present. Ways that you can help yourself get into the present moment is through grounding. So this can be in nature, this can be through meditation, where you're connecting to your body though, not connecting so much outwards, more connecting to your body. You can do this through mindfulness practices and breath, okay? So anytime you feel yourself going back to something from the past that begins to irritate your system, or to the future that begins to create feelings of overwhelm, discomfort, bring yourself back into the present through breath. So just focusing on your breathing, like just breath, just breathing in, breathing out. Your mind will wander, but just bring it back. Let those thoughts flow through, okay? So making sure you're being in the here and in the now, okay? I feel for some of you too, it's like you're wanting to move out of the here and the now, as in like you're ready to move forward, you're ready to take action on something. If it feels in alignment, by all means, go ahead. For some of you, it's like you might be wanting to, but you're too tired and you need to rest for a bit, or you want to, but the time isn't quite right yet. So just know that it is that your own time will come, okay? Because it's really just everyone's on their own individual journey. There is a message though to be making sure that you are opening up to the infinite possibilities, okay? All the possibilities of how things can come about for you, all the possibilities on how your dreams can come true, how something can work out for the highest good of all, right? In the best possible way. So there are an infinite amount of possibilities of how things can transpire, and allowing yourself to be in the state of plenty, okay? So be in the state of abundance, to be grateful and hold gratitude for what you currently do have, while still being excited to welcome more, or still maybe in some areas you feel a bit dissatisfied. That's okay, but just make sure that you are appreciating what you do have around you. And that can be really small things, or it can be really big things, right? But as you open up to the endless possibilities and the numerous doorways that could open for you, numerous pathways that you could walk down, it'll, as you open up to more of that, you're going to bring yourself out of this rut, or this feeling of being in a rut, okay? So there are so many different possibilities that you, and doors that you have yet to open, pathways that you have yet to explore. If you're unsure what door to open, what path to explore, I recommend, it's kind of different for everyone because how people connect to themselves is very different. But for me personally, I tune in, like I listen to where I'm feeling called to. I pay attention to the signs around me, the synchronicities around me. I pay attention to what I'm feeling in here and where I'm feeling really called and led to go. And even if that is like, oh my God, can I really do that? But the pull is so strong, and I know at the end of the day, it's all for my highest good. I will walk towards that. But things like journaling can help, or writing things down can help. Talking to a trusted friend can help. And just exploring and knowing, okay, if you think you need to open this door and you open it and it turns out like, fuck, I shouldn't have opened that door. Okay, so you learned something. Close the door, walk back out, okay, and then try another, okay? Sometimes it's through trial and error. Sometimes it is through trial and error. I do see a beautiful 10 of Cups energy. Some of you, though, may have experienced some heartbreak, okay, whether it was in regards to family or in regards to a romantic partnership. That could be friendship too, but I see that you're moving through that grief, those emotions. Just make sure you be present with those emotions, guys, okay? It's very important so that you can process them and then move forward. But for others, it's like you're moving in a direction of a lot more joy, a lot more happiness. And even if you have experienced that heartbreak, if you resonate with that previous message, you will experience joy again, and lots of laughter and new love and new experiences, okay? So they're being open to all those infinite possibilities. But like I said, for some of you though, in February, you're going to be feeling like a lot of that kind of like 10 of Cups energy that's coming through. All right, let's grab a couple of cards for fire signs, what they need to know, please, for their highest good. But pay attention to your body, guys, and what is coming up in your body. So if you feel tension somewhere, tight somewhere, heaviness, just pay attention to how your body is feeling and making sure that you're really taking care of yourself. There is something about restoring yourself back to health. Okay, we have quite a few cards coming out here. We have, okay, I'm just going to go through it. So this is what you are striving towards, okay? Success in whatever that looks like for you, okay? Whatever success means for you in your personal life, okay, there's that. And then there's growth, whatever that looks like for you. That could be personal growth, growth in your life, growth in your career, growth in love, like whatever, right? So this is what you're striving towards. This is what you're striving for. Now, how do we get there? Is the question, right? Like that's the question coming through fire signs. Like how do the fire signs get there? Go within, seek the answers within, okay? Connect to your spirit team, connect to your soul, connect to your intuition, and be led that way. And as long at the end of the day, it is for your highest good, then it's something worth exploring, okay? It's something worth exploring. It's not about being reckless, but you guys know that, right? But there is some sort of like communication but wants to come through here. And if you can get yourself out in nature or do some sort of grounding meditation, something like that, or do some art maybe, like painting nature, which gets you into a meditative state, something like that. I feel like you guys are going to receive a sign, receive a message, receive something, okay, that you need at this point in time. This card traditionally in tarot, because this is an oracle deck based on tarot, this card traditionally in tarot is the Hermit, which can be about seeking those answers within, listening to your soul, following your soul's path, the spiritual journey, the journey of self. It's a very healing energy. It's the again, like I said before, that inner wisdom, but it's seeking the answers within. And of course, you can take those messages from spirit too, but at the end of the day, use your discernment, and the most important connection you'll ever have is with yourself, okay? And so getting to that success and growth, go within. What do you need to do to bring about this for yourself? What action do you need to take? Where do you need to go? What do you need to explore, right? Who do you need to let go? Maybe that's a part of it for you guys. And we have a flow here. So this is the understanding that sometimes we just have to allow things to be in flow. That is the here and now energy. That is being in the present energy. So allowing things to flow, allowing things to unfold. That doesn't mean that we don't take any action. We take action when we're guided to. We take action when we need to. And sometimes it's very mundane things that we need to take action on, but we take action when we need to, while still being in flow. Being in flow with the rhythm of nature, okay, of the seasons, being in rhythm and flow with our own body, our own vessel, our own internal world, and allowing our emotions to flow through as well, okay, regardless of what we're feeling. Some of you will really benefit connecting with water during this time, okay? So whether you want to take a dip in the ocean, if you like cold plunging, that's for you. It's not for me. If that's for you, I love that journey for you, right? The most I'll do is put some cold water on myself in the shower. But otherwise it could be taking a dip, having a nice bath, okay, as well, or just working with the water element in some way. That could just be really helpful for you as well. Now, approaching things with like love, right? Approaching things with love, giving a lot of love to yourself, giving a lot of love to the earth, giving a lot of love to others. But there is a real focus on making sure you're giving a lot of love to yourself, especially if you've been through some heartbreak, okay? Regardless of whatever that was, or you've been going through a bit of a rough time. Give a lot of love to yourself. Place the focus on yourself. It's not selfish. We need it in order to move forward, in order to grow, in order to show up in the world, right? Show up for others as well. So, and making sure as well, like you're doing what you love. So with that success and growth, do what you love. Do what sets your soul on fire. If you're unsure what that is, explore, get curious, try new things, okay? Try new things. But if you need, with this success and growth though, it's like go within to seek the answers of what you need right now, what you need to do, and making sure you're allowing this to unfold and to manifest. How it's like don't try to force it. Don't try to make the wheel turn. Don't try and like push things before they're ready. Just allow yourself to flow. Okay, I'm gonna grab a tarot here and then we're gonna close this out. We have the world, okay, beautiful, beautiful. This is cycles coming to a completion. The world is about something coming to an end, but it's a very peaceful end. It's not like the Ten of Swords, which can be really painful. It's almost like you're coming to peace with something. You're coming to peace with your past. You're coming to peace and acceptance with where you are right now in your present moment, knowing that it's not forever, right? But you're accepting things, just this is how it is right now, and I'm just doing what I can that's within my control, and then I'm letting everything else unfold, I should say, and flow. And then it can also be like you're coming to a peaceful acceptance of something that ended. So that could be from the past or recent past as well. You're coming to an acceptance that you can't control what's not here yet, right? Like you can't control the future. Sometimes things just come about, and they come about in their own divine timing as well. There is really something to be said about divine timing. Can we speed the process up? Sometimes, yes. Other times, the universe is like, There are things that come with timing. But if you work on your internal world, right, you really can speed some things up. But if it involves other people, that's where it gets a little bit tricky. Okay, but the world here. So closing something out, but coming to a real peaceful end with this as well. But another thing here is that's coming through is around the collective energy too. So if you've been experiencing a lot of sorrow with what you're seeing in the world, if you've been having a really difficult time seeing that, or you're feeling a bit hopeless, like, God, I can't change it. It's like, okay, as our own individual self, no, one person can't change it, but as a collective, we can work together. For some people, that's being on the front lines. For other people, that is serving their community. That's working in the mental health profession maybe, or just helping people with their own healing, and having it come from such a place of authenticity and service. Okay, being in service is so important. So if you've been feeling in a rut, or you've been feeling a bit down, and yeah, work on yourself, of course, take care of yourself, but do something for someone else, even if it's really small. It'll make you feel good. It's just the natural. It's not about like pleasing the ego. It's just when you give from your heart, it feels good, and it's natural for it to feel good. So give something, give what you can, do what you can, but just knowing that right now, if you're having a hard time with what you're seeing in the world, just know old paradigms are being dismantled, old ways of being are being dismantled. There's a lot that is coming to the surface that needs to, so light can be shed on it, right? So people can see the truth, the distortions of what people thought was reality, or what was shown to them as reality is not the truth. And that can be jarring, that can be hard, but if we don't acknowledge the truth, then there cannot be change. And you could put that on a collective level that I'm talking about right now, but you can also put it to your own life as well. Okay, we can't change what we're not willing to we can't change what we're not willing to see, to acknowledge for what it is, right? For what it is. So if you're feeling that hopeless energy, just do what you can, knowing that even if you're just doing one small thing, it is helping. Okay, it creates a ripple effect. Creates a ripple effect. It's like one big tower moment in the collective, right? But then new structures can be built, new foundations can be built, new paradigms can show up, new paradigms can be built. Mm. Yeah. Okay. All right. But the world here, just also something that is coming through. Some of you actually could also be doing some traveling, and you also could be moving home, or you're looking at moving home, or you're selling your home, or something like that. Be in the present, be in the now. Let things flow, especially if you're waiting to sell your home, or you're waiting for the perfect home to come up. Just all is well, all is well, all is well. Oh, beautiful. We have sisterhood here, community and strong connections. So show up in your community, create community around you. Who are the people that are around you? Who are they? What do you bring to each other's lives? But there's some beautiful, strong connections coming together here. Okay, there is an element of sisterhood, an element of brotherhood, just an element of community and connection, and the importance of community and connection. So maybe for some of you, you're wanting to do something really special with your friends, or you're wanting to join some women's circles, or you're wanting to join some groups of like-minded people, or maybe you're wanting to just show up and do something for your community or other communities that maybe not you don't even live there, right? Maybe it's donating money to somewhere. Maybe it's also sitting in prayer circle. Like, there's so many things that could come from this particular card here, right? It's also a 1, which is always around new beginnings too, okay? So for some of you, if you've been having some heartbreak around something, it's like allow yourself to be held in community, allow yourself to be held in connection and through sisterhood or brotherhood, within your people. And if you feel like you don't have that, go and find it, okay? It's there. It's there. Okay. One more, please. Oh, we got 2. Beautiful. Okay, yeah, we have direction, movement towards desires, and then it says guidance. So moving towards your desires and guidance, going within, guys, to receive that guidance. Okay, going within to receive that guidance. Moving forward and towards success, moving forward and towards new beginnings. See this beautiful pathway here? Go and explore a pathway. Shift your direction if you need to. That's okay. You can course correct at any moment. You can course correct it. You can change your whole entire career. I think on average, people change their career 3 times in their lifetimes. In their lifetime, right? So you can course correct at any moment in whatever area of your life, your whole fucking life if you want to. All right, inspiration, beautiful spark and moving impulse. So there is something that is being sparked within you. And if you haven't found it yet, you will. Pay attention to your health. Open up to the infinite possibilities and you will have that spark come back in. Some of you, you're waiting for that spark. You feel like you've lost it. It's coming back in. But do things that you enjoy or discover new things that you enjoy. Working with your hands, I'm getting as well. So that could be like pottery or gardening, just something like that. But working with your hands, making something, there's something in that. Jewelry as well, I'm hearing, making jewelry. But it's like there's this beautiful spark, there's this inspiration energy. There's this like impulse to move forward, impulse to go to a new direction, try out this new path. So follow the call, follow where you're being led to as well. Get yourself out into the early morning sun, regardless of wherever you are. It can be hard if you go out early in the morning, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere right now, and depending where you live, it could be still quite dark, but whenever you can get some sunlight on your face, do that. If you're in the Southern Hemisphere, just try and do that first thing in the morning. And then also, honestly, it has a lot of physical benefits, but it also has a lot of emotional benefits. And then if you can, watch the sunset too. That can be a really beautiful way to just end your day. And be inspired by life, be inspired by yourself, your growth, with how far you have come on this journey. You can be inspired by other people, that's beautiful, but you're also an inspiration to yourself, and you probably don't even realize that you're an inspiration to other people around you. Okay, that's it, fire signs. That is your messages for February. I hope these resonate. I send you guys so much love. If you want to check out some of the other things that I offer, I have a membership for women. All of this will be below in the description box, all the links there and everything. I have an Aquarius season workshop out at the moment. That includes a workbook, a tarot reading with lots of messages and guidance, and also a guided meditation that is downloadable for you to keep. And I also have a self-paced tarot course as well. As someone who has been reading tarot for a decade now, I created a course last year that is self-paced, and it's just an incredible one, especially if you are a beginner. But anyway, all the links are below. I send you guys so much love, and I will see you next month.